अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाखया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकथामहिं ददति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलान् श्रीगुरुवैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणरघुनाथान्वितां तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सह गणललित श्रीविशाख अन्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबान्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। राजेन्द्रं सत्यसन्धं दशरथतनयं श्यामलं शान्तमूर्तिं वन्दे लोकाभिरामं रघुकुलतिलकं राघवं रावणारिं रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताय पतये नमः। श्रीराम राम रघुनन्दन राम राम श्रीराम राम भरताग्रज राम राम श्रीराम राम रणकर्कश राम राम श्रीरामचन्द्र शरणं भव राम राम श्रीरामचन्द्र चरणं मनसा स्मरामि श्रीरामचन्द्र शरण वचसा गृणामि श्रीरामचन्द्र चरणौ शिरसा नमामि श्रीरामचन्द्र शरणं प्रपद्ये। माता रामो मत्पिता रामचन्द्र स्वामी रामो मत्सखा रामचन्द्र सर्वसमय रामचन्द्र दयालु न अन्यजाने नैव जाने मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वादात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि। आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्. I welcome you all for our today's day 6 Sundara Kanda Saurabham session. Day 6. We are going to dive deep into the midst of the treasure that Sri Valmiki ji has enabled for us, that we can dive by their blessings, by their mercy, so that we can absorb the essence of Ramayana. So yesterday we were discussing about the search of Hanuman that finally succeeded when he found Mother Sita under the tree, Shinshupa tree in the Ashoka Vatika. He was very happy to see her. Of course, he was also pained by seeing Mother Sita sniffling, crying, and he didn't know what to do. Before which already Lankeshwar he made his way, and then yesterday we were talking to the point where Lankeshwar thought he can convince Mother Sita, at least this time. It's been already 10 months of waiting. He couldn't wait, and he um started glorifying himself, and later he started, yeah, speaking very, very um unrightful words uh, to minimize the greatness of Lord Ram. This is what happens. A person who thinks that he is great, he cannot appreciate others' greatness. And to always show his greatness or superiority or supremacy, he always try to minimize others. mm, Because, yeah, What a big deal it is just to speak some loose words from a rotten mouth. Hmm. But then, when someone is offending, especially a Vaishnava, or when someone is offending the Lord, one should not tolerate. This is what we see from Mother Sita. As soon as when he was telling uh, the words that were coming from Ravan, so immediately Sita, she chastised his own position. She chastised his own position, his own act, and she said that yeah, what great person you are. If if my Lord drops a straw, dry straw on the floor, you can't even lift that. And why are you bragging about your greatness? This is not the right. Yeah, you are like a dog. You are like a dog between, in front of two tigers, Ram and Lakshman. This angered Ravan further, and then he said, intensify the torture. And not only that, Sita, I'm giving you only 2 months, just 2 months, the deadline. Hmm? And after that, hmm, yeah, I will not tolerate this anymore. So, saying all this, he told, and then the Rakshasas who were guarding Sita, rather than just guarding, they started persuading that, what a fool, only a foolish person will not accept an offer from Lankeshwar. Hmm? Uh, Whatever Lankeshwar wants or Ravan wants, everything is at his doorsteps, and there is nothing that he cannot get it. Everything, and he doesn't have to wait so long. And other Rakshasas were saying, why don't you get it? Why don't you just accept the offer? And if you don't, then some said, oh, it's really hopeless. She's not changing her mind. The best thing is actually to, tear her into parts, and then we eat her as our meal. While all this was going on, uh, um, Mother Sita is feeling very, very painful. The words she was what kind of words? They wanted to not just torture; they wanted to even kill her and eat, and all these words, were so painful and piercing. So Mother Sita was just thinking, oh, all these cruel and ghastly plans that were coming out. She broke down and she is saying, oh Ram, oh Lakshman, oh Kausalya. Huh? Oh, Sumitra, uh, I am like a small ship in an ocean, a vast raging ocean, and going through, I'm tossed up and down, going through a lot of trouble, troubles. So, yeah, I know I have done great offenses or sins in my past lives. So, but I can't bear this. I have committed uh, I would have committed so many sins in the past, and I do not wish to live anymore in this mm, place which is inhabited by these people. Saying so, Sita began to weep very badly, and wi- she was just very convinced that I will not going to surrender to Ravan. She said straight away. She said, whatever all these Rakshasas were saying, planning, and everything, she boldly said, I will not even touch Ravan with my left foot. Forget about accepting him. I'll not even touch with my left foot. Forget about desiring him. Even if I am cut into pieces, thrown in the blazing fire, what a in any whatever treatment that you may give, I will never surrender to the plans of this demon. I know my Lord is compassionate and He is wise. I know for sure He could never become hard-hearted and forget me. This is what she's saying. That they also know that the glories of her husband. mm, and but I do not understand. I do not understand why he hasn't come to me to my rescue. Uh, when he could kill Virada and Kabanda and saved me, why couldn't he shot arrows? There is also like another incident where again Sita goes through this questioning mode, and in that she's thinking, did as Ram died in the grief of separation from me, all these things when she was telling, then all of a sudden, when all the Rakshasas were planning to attack and torture her, all of a sudden a voice came, wait. And then it was Trijata. Trijata, who is head in charge of this Ashoka Vatika, and who was actually given the task of guarding Sita. So she came and she said, of course, in these moments, who want to really care about dreams? Can someone even dream? The question even may come, how come that Ravan? Hello?
Yes, Prabhuji, you are a little bit breaking. I was thinking it's only for me. Or
Hare Krishna, it is for me and Sri Rama.
Still, I have a problem.
No? Yes? Can someone let me know?
We can hear your
Yeah,
voice,
now,
Prabhuji, but
now
video
is
stuck.
Okay. Let me connect to my wife. Is it better now?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, otherwise I can turn off the video later. Let me know. Yeah. So Trijata, while Ravan came, he was in great anger and all. Trijata was still, sleeping a bit, and now she woke up and she was saying about the dream. Of course, it's not that Ravan didn't notice Trijata was, asleep. Yeah, but he, because she is the daughter of Vibhishan, because she's the daughter of Vibhishan, so he had some parental affection, yeah, so to say, and also knows she's a nice, and then he didn't really wake her up or scream and shout or remind her duty, no. But it was night, and she was taking rest after all. And in this rest time, in the sleep, she had a dream. And in her dream, she saw something which is unusual, and she never had dreamt like that. And now she is narrating that because all the Rakshasas immediately they wanted to know what is it. Hmm? Why? Because it was a morning dream. A morning dream usually say it said that in the wake of dawn, when someone dreams, it said it doesn't go untrue. It might happen. And then she started saying that this dream make me tremble in fear. Then everyone, not only the Rakshasas, Hanuman also was eager to hear what was the dream, and also Sita's attention also was what she said. Why? Because forget about eating Sita. Uh, Rather than that, better you eat yourself. That is even better. Don't touch Sita. And Trijata started narrating, yeah, it wasn't just any dream, it was a kind of a revelation. In that revelation, almost, I saw Sita's husband, Ram. He was wearing white, beautiful garments, and also a nice garland, and he was dressed in spotless white clothes. And then he was, I think in a palanquin or a plane drawn by 1,000 white swans. And then what happened is I saw his brother next to him, and after a moment I even saw Sita. I saw Sita, who was like also in silk and white clothes. And then, suddenly I saw Ram on a giant elephant after this palanquin, and later he saw Ram came on that white elephant to the mountain, carried Sita away with him, and Sita, who was seated on the lap of Ram, um, headed skyward and touched the sun and the moon with her hands. And then after after a while, Ram, Sita, Lakshman ascended the Pushpak Viman, and then they traveled towards the northern direction, um, and they left. This was not so bothering the Rakshasis, because it was just a very, very auspicious dream where Ram, Lakshman, Sita were there in the scene. But after they left, a very unusual scene continued in her dream. That was that this Ravan, hmm, in her dream, she saw that Ravan fell down from this Pushpak Viman, and not only that, he was wearing blood red clothes and drinking oil, and he became like a madman, doesn't know where to go. He was going here and there, holding a bottle of oil in his hand. He climbed into a chariot which is drawn by donkeys. hmm, And then, after he got on, the chariot began to fly toward the south as soon as he mounted it. And after that, suddenly he fell down from this chariot. When he fell down from the chariot, his clothes were ripped apart, his clothes were torn, and he was naked, mad, awful, holding this and voice. Ravan entered a dark hole that was sucked uh, into what do we call endless uh, abyss. Yeah, it's good. And then not only that, his brother Kumbhakarn followed him, and after he followed in a chariot of camels, and then Indrajit followed in the chariot of porpoises. Then I only saw. hmm, I only saw my father Vibhishan was treated differently. He was wearing white garland and was dressed in royal clothes. His body was anointed with various essence and fragrant oils. Mm. Uh, he suddenly began to fly skyward with four other ministers. So this is what she was narrating. And then Trijata was also saying that then I saw, and then I saw this golden city of Lanka in ruins. Everything was ruined. The gates were broken down. The arts have fallen in the ocean. I saw the Lanka in flames. Huh? A Vanara was pranking around everywhere, and it was city was burning. And just see, huh? and just see, as I'm speaking, I see Sita's left arm is trembling. Not only her left arm, her left thigh is trembling, and not only her left thigh is trembling, also her eyes, left eye is also trembling. And you know what? These are the omens. Yeah, maybe not all Rakshasas know what is this omens mean, but it definitely means that right now Ram is very, very near to Sita in some form. When Trijata said this, then there was this Pingalika bird that had cried loud, and then Trijata said, "See, this is a symbol of what I have said is right." So Ram is here in some form. So and then, so in that way, Trijata said, and what happened after this is all the Rakshasas were scared and they didn't want to dare to go closer. And whatever the prophecies that Trijata said shocked the Rakshasas. mm, uh, and um, they suddenly lost all the interest in eating Sita. That was what their plan was, and they left. When everyone were left, then Mother Sita, she wanted to continue her plan. What was her plan? Of course, whatever Trijata is saying is a bit soothing, but it couldn't. Um, uh, Sita couldn't overcome her grief with this. She was preparing. Uh, and hours passed, and Hanuman noticed that Sita could find no peace because what Ravan gave, he gave a 2 months deadline that is ticking, and she doesn't know where is Ram, and she sees that here the Rakshasas are torturing her. Hmm. Though this Trijata has a dream, how much to trust in that dream? Hmm. As the day passed, Sita became more and more restless, and in this more and more restless, she was preparing to commit something. Yeah, she slowly stood up. She took her long braid hair, and then she pulled the branch of the tree down so that she can put this as a rope tied to it and uh, uh, roll this braided hair around her neck, and she was preparing to leave. She was preparing to give herself. Mm. And then, uh, when this was happening, Hanuman, who was seeing from the top of the tree and behind the leaf, he was seeing, oh, huh? The more and more actively she is determined to do, the Hanuman was seeing that definitely she is going to do something, and more he was waiting. He could see that it is not favorable but unfavorable, and he could see that uh, he has to stop this before it gets late. Hmm? So otherwise, what is the use of searching? After all, he has come here, searched, found her, and he can't simply go back to his people and say, you know what, in front of my eyes, yeah, I found her, but she is no more. It's not at all a news. I can't say that she has given up her life. Mm. So before um, something happens that can change the fate of so many back home in Ayodhya, in Kishkinda. So he has to do something now immediately. Uh, Hanuman's mind, he has to do something quickly, but what he has to think quickly. And what if she, what if he does something and then as soon as it reminds her that okay, he's Ravan who has come, then she would kill herself even quicker. She would then let her mm, go even faster. And if a Vanara is jumping in front of her, yeah, whom she has never seen, and she would involuntarily get scared. And if she is losing her self control, it could be that she hangs herself right now because she is arranging to hang herself, creating a noose. And might be that in that sudden scary moment, she may lose control and she may hang herself. And what if she screamed, and because she's scared, and then all the Rakshasas will come and attack. Uh, they would surely attack, and before there is a risk that I may die before giving the message of Ram to Sita. Hmm? What would I report to Ram and Sugriv? If I survive? Hmm? So in this way, a lot of questions, questions that were filling the mind of Hanuman, and because he has to take quick action, he had to find a way. He jump? If he jumps, it's a risk. If he slowly goes and poses himself, talk, yeah, it might also have a risk. Yeah. So all this was going on, and then Hanuman had to. Yeah, he thought, okay, there is one way I can do it. He chose very wisely one way. What is the way? Is to speak. To speak while he is still hidden. To speak. But what to speak? This can also lead to confusion. This can also lead to uh, problem. It can also danger. Uh, uh, it can also increase the problem further, that Sita may think, oh, it could be some magical trick of Ravan. So he knew he had to choose the words very carefully, and now what words he has to choose. Uh, as and more he was thinking, the time is also getting shorter because Sita is arranging herself to commit suicide. So Hanuman prepared the sentences what he has to talk, and what he has to talk is one thing, but how to talk is second thing. He now know what to talk, but if he is going to talk in Sanskrit, yeah, Sita may think, okay, Ravan, who is a Brahman, right? Who was he is well versed in Sanskrit. If he is talking in that language, that could only create more problem, that she may think that, okay, it's Ravan who has spoken. So he has to select some language which can connect directly to her, that can she can hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I think someone has to go on mute. Yeah, please check that. Okay, so he has to take up something very quickly, and then he started talking in Awadhi language. He had chosen Awadhi language, just like when we go to a foreign country. Yeah. So not everyone may know our language, but as soon as when I speak, yeah, then we connect easily. So Hanuman explicitly has chosen the words of in Awadhi language, because he was thinking, if I speak Awadhi language, Sita will immediately understand me. Huh? Uh, so that when first of all, yeah, not everyone can speak. Yeah, there is less chance that even Hanuman, even who's that, Ravan, mm, can understand or can speak this. He may not know. So Hanuman chose the words in that special language, and what did he start saying is that he just said, what is that? Dasharatha, Raja Dasharatha. Uh, So he started speaking Ramayana. Mm. That is the reason why, yeah, if we read Sundara Kanda, whole Ramayana is covered. Why? Because Hanuman is now going to speak Ramayana to help himself out, to identify himself in front of Sita. So he is, yeah, he is going to speak that um uh, when he was preparing to speak, Sita also, when she was preparing to commit herself suicide, she had a strange experience where her left arm, left thigh, left ear started twitching, and this was same like when she got married to Ram. So she was thinking, oh, what is this? Oh, if I'm dying, maybe I'm going to unite him in uh, by giving up myself. Does it mean I will be reunited with Ram? This is what she was thinking. And does it mean that I need not die because Ram is going to save me? Is Trijata's dream is really fact? Does it indicate some divine intervention that is going to happen while this is what happening? Sita had now, yeah, was started thinking, and then Hanuman, yeah, uh, he started speaking his communication. He select Awadhi language, and then he started narrating, and then the first thing that he used is Raja Dasharatha Namaha, Ratha Kunjara Vajiman. So here she's saying, um, there is once upon a time, yeah, this is how, there is a king called Dasharatha who is an expert in riding chariots. So Hanuman started just to start glorifying Sita's father-in-law Dasharath, saying that there lived a great king who was master of what? Art of chariots, Dasharatha. Yeah. And as soon as when she heard the name of her father-in-law, and that too in the dialect of Awadhi language, and then she didn't conclude anything that it's a mystical thing or it's something like tricks or anything. She just, it straight away went not to her ears but to her heart, where she started becoming more and more attentive as Hanuman started telling the story. There lived a king, Dashrath, among the most glorious kings of Ikshvaku dynasty. He was a great conqueror. He was a great conqueror, but his greatest joy was his four sons. So that's how next Hanuman brought the four sons, and in that four sons, he started saying the eldest is Rama. As soon as when Hanuman was speaking and he brought the story till Ram, then Sita was completely absorbed in hearing further. She could feel the deep love when the word Ram was uttered. From whom? From Hanuman. Why? Because Hanuman is the purest devotee of Ram. Uh, that's how he had great uh, love for Ram, and he could call Ram so sweetly. And then then Ram, when he uttered very, very sublimely, and it touched her heart, and she closed her eyes, and then completely immersed herself in the feelings of whatever feelings she was running through. Because it is not only that Hanuman has uttered Ram so sweetly, even Sita can relish the sweetness of hearing. Here we see there is a Kirtan expert, who is that? Hanuman, and then there is a Shravan expert, who is that? Sita. Perfect combination. Yeah. So and Hanuman continued to narrate the story of Ram from the moment he was born to King Dasharath, Kausalya, and he also mentioned all the details during the childhood, and even uh, those that even Sita didn't knew. He went on describing the wedding ceremony of Ram and Sita, that detail as if like he was really present there. Hmm. And he even explained the emotions of the people present in the wedding. Sita could hear in great jubilation the voice, and Hanuman voice started suddenly changing. It started quivering. Why? Because after marriage, what episode comes? It is the episode of going to the forest, Vanavas. So when Ram was exiled from the kingdom of Ayodhya, and all Ayodhya people wept. This is what Hanuman is saying, and Sita could even, yeah, hear the sniffles that Hanuman was going through, and the citizens of Ayodhya and the royal household experiencing pain as Ram's chariot made its way out of the kingdom. Sita could not control her tears. as the voice took very back to, it was like she, uh, it was as if like she was in that moment. Yeah, she was there at that time when this was happening. And Hanuman continued narrating every detail what happened in 13 years. And from the time of Excel, including Bharat visiting Chitrakoot and their great time in Dandakaranya, mm, and and some time in Panchavati on the banks of Godavari, and Sita smiled hearing those sweet pastimes. Then she heard the voice uh, talking about 13 years, but after that, what happened? Now Hanuman is narrating the phase where the hardship came in the form of what? The golden deer. Mm. So um, it was like, yeah, this golden deer. But before the golden deer, there was this what? The fight between Surpanaka and Ram and Lakshman that was there. And afterwards, there was this current Dushan, and Ram single-handed has killed 14,000 uh, demons. All this when Hanuman was, yeah, it was like a vivid uh, film going through where Hanuman is narrating and Sita is able to see all that scenes that happened, uh, and then as this happened and this golden deer came, and as soon as when Hanuman started to say the episode of golden deer, Sita immediately felt pain because of her insistence. Ram had ran, I mean, chased behind the deer. So and soon when she heard the voice of being called, she sent Lakshman, and when Lakshman, uh, um, uh, yeah, so he didn't want to go, but she insisted that he goes. The voice then began to tell her about things she had never known, because from here she was no more present with her dear Ram, because Ravan took her away. So from here, whatever Hanuman is narrating, that is only she's understanding what happened after that. She and Hanuman started explaining that, you know what, Ram, from here on, uh, they tried, they tried looking for you. They came back, they didn't find you. They started searching. Ram became so desperate that he started asking trees, birds, mountains, everyone, everywhere about your whereabouts. Hmm? Ram is in deep anguish and the pain that he was going because of separation from Sita. Ram kept begging all the animals. Uh, we know this. Even at a point, he becomes very angry. Uh, how come that these animals they are happily enjoying? They are not able to say the whereabouts of my wife. He was so much disturbed, and Sita couldn't believe what went in her absence for her lord with her lord. Ram walked miles and miles with Lakshman, finding Sita didn't find, and eventually he met Vanar, Sugriv, and then uh, uh, this Sugriv has rallied armies of Vanaras in all directions in searching Sita. When Hanuman described the detailed operation, how this searching or combing process happened, she couldn't believe. She was so much touched by the intense effort that was put to find one person, single person, just to find her. Uh, so, and then she began. She heard and she started feeling very, very down because of her. And finally, Hanuman revealed about himself that, I, then I, swift Vanara among many, I could cross Lanka, could cross this ocean, and not only cross this ocean, I started searching. And after jumping this all 800 miles, all the obstacles along the way, after crossing them, I have checked everywhere thoroughly, and now I came to Ashok Vatika, and I am sitting on the Shimshupa tree and seeing Sita. So all this is happening through the power of prayers. I have a message for you. Your beloved Ram has sent. So this is what Hanuman has said. Is it here we see that whole Ramayana? Of course, because of shortage of time, I have said very briefly than it can be brief. But just to give a glimpse of how tactfully Hanuman uh, has communicated such a way that Sita is saved, his mission is saved, his Lord is saved, his master is saved, everyone are saved. Jitendriyam buddhi matam varishtam. So Hanuman is glorified for his keen, sharp intelligence, how to talk, where to talk, when to talk. And Sita, while all she was hearing, she just simply unwound herself with this bride that she wanted to commit suicide. She hadn't been able to see anyone speaking, but she was eager to see who is that, who has spoken Ram Katha. She was eager to see. She offered her respects mentally to that invisible well-wisher who has brought the rain of soothing bliss upon her. She looked upon through the gaps. She saw some kind of a sound coming behind foliage, a leaf, and then Hanuman revealed himself to her in a tiny form, of Vanara, and she saw. Sita noticed this innocent brown eyes of the Vanara, and she was staring, and then then Hanuman, he revealed himself just as she spotted. Then Hanuman jumped from the tree and with a very, very soft thug on the floor so that no other Rakshasis may notice because it was the Rakshasis were taking rest. And then he folded his hands and held it above his head as a mark of what? As a mark of respect towards Sita. And in that way, he offered his obeisances. He knelt on one of his knee and then offered his salutation to her. And Sita almost tempted to call him my son, but she didn't. She didn't do that. Rather, she was wanted to know: is it not a trick? Yeah, it's still possible that nothing is impossible. Ravan is so big trickster. Yeah, when he created all that scene of golden deer and kidnapped her, abducted her, he could do anything. So the moment she saw Vanara, three doubts came: is this all first of all a dream? What she is hearing, is it reality or not? And because have you seen any Vanaras talking? So for and that to cross, Vanara is talking about what? Crossing ocean. Hmm? It's not. A monkey is not an aquatic to cross over, and not only that, managing what he managed to come here in spite of tight security that Ravan has kept. Uh, this sudden form change from an ordinary Vanar to a Vanara warrior, just like standing and then offering. All this appeared as if like, is it a dream? And then she immediately said, stop right there. Hmm? I know you are Ravana. You cannot fool me. No matter what trick you may try, but even if you come in this disguise, you may speak some soothing words, hmm, but you can't cheat me. Hmm. He had, and then when Hanuman saw this Sita's sudden attitude, Hanuman got shocked. he did his best in choosing the words. He did his best in choosing the action, right time, delivering the right message, he thought. But here uh, he was doubted. Whatever he was doing, he had not anticipated this to happen. He raised his hands above his head and fell at her feet. And then Sita wanted to be sure that he is not Ravan, because maybe these are tricks of Ravan. So she looked at Vanar and she said, "Get up. If you really want me to believe that you are my beloved Lord's messenger, you will have to prove it by passing a test. I want you to describe the form of my husband Ram. Huh? At least you should have seen how he looks, how he is." And Ram, she said, "If you indeed are a messenger, then tell me about your Lord." Vanar became very happy. He smiled because what a great opportunity to glorify his master, which he anyway loved to speak. So he started saying, he closed his eyes and meditated upon the form of the Lord, and then he started saying, Ram. hmm, he said, he is radiating like sun. He is radiating like radiant like sun, refreshing like moon. Uh, Surya Vansh and Ramachandra, soothing, and his complexion is emerald green. His body, he had a broad chest, broad and deep chest. Every limb is perfect, with a beautiful long petal-like eyes, red lips like bimba fruits, broad deep chest. Ram, enormous every heart that glances upon him. So in that way, uh, um, he is as great like a Kubera. He is as powerful like Lord Vishnu. Um, he is a personification of Dharma. mm, And his strength, with his strength, he can protect the entire world. He has expert control of over his desire, anger, and just as he has control over his chariot, he is having everything under control. Not only he is beautiful, his virtues make him extremely attractive and lovable. So, and go on, Hanuman starts glorifying Ram, his master, and she says, "Oh mother, you are asking me to glorify him, extol his glories. How can I do it? He has unlimited, infinite glories, and I am very incapable, finite. Hmm? How much can I glorify?" Hmm? And then while Hanuman is glorifying Ram, Sita, tears uh, mm, came like a stream, touched, and her love for Ram increased upon hearing the words coming from this Vanar of praise. And she said, "Oh, the best of Vanar, please tell me more about Ram and Lakshman." She wanted to know how did they manage to build a, friendship with Vanaras? Huh? Although they are of different species, how is it possible? Hmm? And Hanuman, he said, Ram is perfection personified. Everything is perfect. Everything becomes a standard of perfection for him, and he is. Mm, yeah, you're asking about Lakshman. Ram and Lakshman are one soul in two bodies. This is what he says. Huh? Uh, Ram and Lakshman are one soul within two bodies. They are very similar in their appearance, their qualities, their dedication to one another is unbelievable. They support each other, they love each other so much. Huh? Ram, in your separation, the pain that he was experiencing at that time, Lakshman stood like a wall next to him, supporting him. Ram is emerald green in hue, and Lakshman is golden yellow. That is the only difference, but they are one soul in two bodies. Hanuman was excited and overjoyed to narrate about what? How Ram and Sugriv came in contact, and then how they became friends. She said, "Oh mother, it is because of you. Only it is because of you, because of your glance that fell upon our us when you threw this small pouch of ornaments. Just because you saw us, that made us to get in contact with Ram. Not only not only that, it completely changed our fortune. It helped. It changed our fortune. Not only our fortune, it changed the destiny of all the Vanaras, all the kingdom. Not only we five, uh, but everyone's fortune. Just because of that, Sugriv's problem is solved. Just because of that, yeah, he got in contact with Ram. Uh, so, and Hanuman continued explaining like what happened after Sita was abducted. He said, "Oh mother, please know that Ram feels like uh, he is being tossed in burning furnace." Yeah, we know this. Uh, where there is only fire all over in that furnace. He constantly trembles in grief. He is not able to sometimes hold himself, control himself, though he is very, very self-controlled, but he lost all that. Mm. Sugriv has directed all of us to go and search Sita in all directions, but it is my good fortune that I became the one of those millions of my friends to come towards south, to be able to cross over the ocean and to come and see you. Hmm? My name is Hanuman, and I am the messenger of Ram, a servant of Sugriv. And if you wonder how I managed to come, all this is, uh, it is not my greatness, it is the greatness of my Lord, Sri Ram. It is due to the power of that the Lord has given me before I embarked on searching. That is the only reason why I could find. Yeah, because Ram has called me separately, and he expressed his deep wish and blessings, and bestowed a lot of confidence in me. Uh, and due to that, I am here. So he gave me what he also gave me this pouch treasure, and then that only helped me. I have acquired knowledge of things that I didn't had before. uh, I have acquired the strength which I never believed in myself. So everything it is because of the grace of Lord Ram that I'm here. By the power of that, I could cross over the ocean without any fatigue or exhaustion. I also was undetected. It is not my greatness that I have become a tiny being, that's why I'm not detected. No, it is because the Lord protected me. I was not detected. And in that way, the more she heard about Ram, the more she wanted to hear. And Vanara was so perfectly speaking about the whole Ram Katha, about the glories, because it is very, very important through the means of Ramayana that we understand, or we get to know about the qualities and pastimes of the Lord, and that make us free from the cycle of birth and death. And who is best here? Hanuman words, yeah, best of the devotees of the Lord. He's glorifying the Lord and his pastimes. And Sita, she is so much, whatever he speaks, he was saying as if like Mother Saraswati is on the tongue of Hanuman, and through which so eloquently Hanuman is speaking, as if like a pakka planned script that without a single error. Mm. And then she raised her hand, uh, joined her palms, and expressed her deep gratitude. Here we see that Mother Sita, she said, I am very, very thankful to you. Hmm? And then Hanuman, after winning the trust of Sita, after Sita is convinced that he is also convinced that she is Sita, huh? Then he opened the pouch and then he showed something that confirmed hmm, Sita that yeah, it's indeed Ram. What did Hanuman show was a ring, golden ring with a ruby on it, on which Rama is written. That is what she saw from her eyes, where the tears were flowing. She just wiped off, and then she saw, and then as soon as she saw this, she took it to her heart, and yeah, and she could feel uh, what Trijata was saying, right? Trijata, what she said, Ram is here in some form, and that was what this this ring. This ring had been her constant companion for many years until one day when we know that this Kevat has crossed, helped Ram, Sita, Lakshman to cross over the Ganges. At that time, Ram had nothing to give, and when Sita saw this, she gave this ring, her companion, on which Ram um, Ram name is written. She gave it, and when Kevat said, "No, I am not a businessman. I am not taking anything," so Ram didn't return this ring back to her. He kept the ring with him. At that time, I didn't know why he did it, but now I understand the purpose of that ring is to reunite us. So in that way, Sita felt. So Sita felt okay. That was the reason. If I retrospect what happened, this is the reason to reunite us in the future. So, and saying that the beauty of Lord Ram that I have described to you was true, but that was all this glorious pastimes of Ram. Who can explain? Anyway, so Hanuman showed this ring, and when Hanuman held out this ring for Sita, she picked up um, yeah, and she started trusting fully, uh, and she felt Ram with her in this form of the ring, and then she was very happy she had received this ring from Ram, and learning uh, that Ram missed her too, yeah, because after all, in all this description, Hanuman also said what condition that her Lord is going through, and then um, she was scared. Uh, now she was scared. She wanted to protect Hanuman because she accepts him as her son, yeah, like son. She want to think, oh, what will happen if the Rakshasis will get up, and then uh, um, so she was saying, Hanuman, your words are like nectar, soothing for me. I can hear more and more. Then Sita told Hanuman one story. She was saying, one day I was sitting with Ram in a private chamber, and then in very friendly argument, something happened. Yeah, there was this. Ram has rubbed mm, the tika that is applied, tilak that is applied, the vermicell, which is kind of symbol of mm, yeah, auspiciousness. And then she became very, very angry. And she became angry, he became angry, and for a few days they didn't talk. But somehow Sita wanted to break this. And as an icebreaker, what she did was when she was on a swing, she threw this ring on the floor, and she was trying to catch, and she was asking, hey, is there someone who can help me to bring the ring back to me? And then Ram, who was there, immediately jumped and then took the ring and had eye to eye contact, and in that way all that anger melted, and this is what she was able to recollect, relate. Ram immediately jumped into action. He found the ring. And then Hanuman, when Sita is narrating this pastime, he was very, very joyously enjoying. He smiled, how sweet is their love. this loving pastime that she shared. And then yeah, and Sita glorified the greatness of Hanuman, how intelligent he was, how what a kind of presence of mind he was showing, and all these things. You must be the most special among the Vanaras. This is what she said. But Hanuman made it very simple. He said, no, there are so many Vanaras. I am actually not so great like others. Huh? Otherwise, why will a king will send his best for this purpose? He would just send people who are like, okay, not so important, to in that way. He showed rather appreciation what he was getting. Yeah, he would say that it's not because of me. Anyway, so what's time? We have few more minutes. So while this was happening, and um, uh, then Sita said, everything is fine, but why didn't Ram come here? Huh? Just when there was a problem, then he sent out, I think he sent a Brahmastra upon a crow. Just a crow. He sent a Brahmastra, and yeah, uh, why can't he send some arrows to Ravan to kill Ravan and release me? Then Hanuman said, oh, mother, you don't know what happened after you left. After you left, Ram cried so much. He got lost himself. And in that, he even forgot everything. He even forgot his own powers. In that grief, he completely forgot everything. Mm, yeah, he's very much missing you. And knowing this, Sita even became more. Uh, mm, and she said, okay, yeah, let him not, yeah, he may forget me, but not his powers, so that he can regain me. She said, I'm giving you 1 month time, not to you. Tell whom? To Ram. Huh? We know that Ravan gave 2 months time, but Sita is saying, it's already 10 months. I'm already suffering a lot in separation. I cannot bear this separation anymore. I am going to give only 1 month to Ram. Tell him if he doesn't come, then yeah, things will be out of hands. So saying this, so Mother Sita, um, she gave, what is it called? I don't know, tiaras. I think the one that is hanging on the forehead. She she took that from her forehead. She gave it this ornament to Hanuman and said, "This is very very dear to me. Till now I have even when Ravan was taking her away, she made this pouch and threw. In that she didn't take this tiara which is on the forehead. Um, because it is very very dear to her, because yeah, Ram likes very much. He gave it. So now I'm giving this, and when you show this, yeah, it proves that you have seen me, you have met me, and then you give him this message that uh, what is that? I'm waiting here, 1 month deadline. And then when Hanuman heard, Hanuman got panicked. Hanuman got panicked that just 1 month for us to come to searching itself, it took 2 months. And then how much? It was only one Vanara who could cross over the ocean. Now, how much time it would take for the whole army to mobilize from that? First of all, I have to go back. I have to give the message, and but even Hanuman understands the need. There is no much time. They had to do their best now. Hanuman. Um, so he had to return. Yeah. So he had to return. He departed from after hearing the reminder that Sita gave, like within a month, he has to. Um, Ram has to come. Not only come, he has to win. We are talking about what? We are talking about a war battle. Yeah. So while Hanuman was hasting himself to go, and on his mission, something came to his Vanara mind, which was actually due to the fruits that were hanging in the Ashok Vatika, which tempted him, and he thought, okay, let's do something else quickly and then go. I think what he does, we will discuss tomorrow. Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So we see here how important it is that Sundara Kanda, when we are reading, we are learning a lot of things, how to become a good devotee, how to be humble, because the humility that Hanuman demonstrated here shows that what is real humility is shown here. It's not like I mean, I didn't cover one important aspect, because when Sita was also very undergoing great pain, she said, "Oh, When she told, "I'm 2 months of time." Yeah, sorry, 1 month of time. Hanuman understood the need, but he said, "Why even 1 month? Hmm, I will release you right now." Then he said, then she was smiling. How can, you are a small, tiny Vanar. How can you take it? Then he said, uh, I can grow as big as I want. Then she was asking, how big are you? When this question comes, what does it mean? If I'm saying I'm very big, it means that I'm not humble. Yeah. When I'm saying I'm small, it might not convince her to come. So Hanuman, when Hanuman said, I'll take you, then Sita smilingly asked, this, how big are you? And she was actually smiling, and she said, is it all Vanaras are like you, thinking big things in spite of being small, making fun? And then Hanuman said no. And then finally he said, yeah. And then Sita said, oh, if you are so big, and when I'm sitting on your shoulder, and if you're busy in crossing the ocean, suddenly if you may slip me somewhere. Then Hanuman laughed and said, come on, you are anyway daughter of Mother Earth. So yeah, why don't you just go and fall in her laps? He's like fond of it. There is no. And then finally, then Sita says one important thing. Then she says, "No, I cannot touch." Uh, laughed and said, "Who is Parapurusha here?" Hmm. And then Sita says, the reason why I don't want to come with you is, what will the historians write tomorrow? They will write that Ravana came and kidnapped. A Rakshas came and kidnapped, and a Vanara has taken back. And then what will the people write about? What is Ram doing? So, seeing this, more, seeing that she's ready to undergo pain for herself, but does not give any chance for in that way there are but power.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I think network is poor.
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji. We are, yeah.
Now is it better?
Maybe we can continue.
From where?
We can't hear you now.
Concluding. So what part was not audible?
Still, it is not clear,
It's not good.
Prabhuji.
Okay.
Still.
So So maybe then you guys speak.
Prabhuji, like what you said, like what made the historians think after when Vanara came and take me. So you're just there, stuck. After that, we can't hear that Prabhuji later, the sentence.
Okay. I'll try once again. Yeah, let me know if you can hear well.
Yeah, now we can hear
Oh,
Prabhuji.
it's okay. So by hearing that, then Hanuman understood how much Sita loves Ram. She didn't want that historians write that Ram didn't do anything. She didn't want to have any one point out his reputation. She's ready to take hardships, pain, or whatever on herself, but not on her Lord. So that's what I was saying. So Hanuman understood how much love that Sita has for her husband. Okay, before the network again goes off, yeah, maybe if you guys want to speak, share anything.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
listening
can
to
hear.
Sundara Kanda, I mean, always, quite emotional because when Sita Devi almost thought of leaving her body amidst lot of pain, but why did she think in that way, Prabhuji? Maybe it is just a question that came out, because if Sita Devi, I mean, hope against hope, if she thought to leave her body, then uh, then we are nothing. I think when faced with greatest of difficulties, I mean, as human beings, um, people can also quit when there is a huge difficulty on their shoulders. So how do we understand this situation, Prabhuji?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the question could be like committing suicide is not approved in generally, right? How come
Yes,
that
Prabhuji.
Sita Devi is doing so? Yeah, in the verge of such a traumatic situation, yeah, one gives up his intelligence, sense of balance, and Sita, yeah, we are talking about personalities where they have so much affection, so much love, and we are talking about them. Definitely there will be emotional turmoil that goes on. Yeah. And then yeah, we are talking about hope against hope. Here she thought, okay, ra- just the episode of events that happened few minutes back. uh, for us we are sitting and hearing, but actually Sita is actually hearing live from Ravan.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So we can see the intensity of pain that she went through.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, just continuing with what Dina Prabhu just mentioned, this question just came to my mind, not being disrespectful towards Mata Sita. But, Lord Rama also, they say like nobody in this world has gone through pain as much as Lord Rama, because, even after Sita returning back, and he had to send her back after this incident, when somebody questions her piety. And I think this is some many thousand years he just slept on the floor in Darba, on Darba, and then he left the world. So my question is, like, when Lord Rama has gone through so much things and enduring things, it's still I'm like little bit setback to hear that Mata Sita has decided to end her life. I'm sorry if I'm not to be disrespectful towards Mata, but yeah, just a thought.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So we see that, I mean, this is my understanding. I didn't refer through any scriptures here. Yeah, when you are referring about Ram, where he was going through a very, very detached way of living, right? Because he was Maryada Purushottama. mm, So, which means that how can he, even if he does something extraordinary, mm, yeah, that might lead to become okay. He is not a normal human, and people who are humans, they may think, Ram is not an ordinary, so yeah, he can do. And rather, he was going through everything. He was keeping to himself with whatever pain he had. But we are talking not about who is very, very stable, Sita Dira. Yeah, here we are talking about Mother Sita, who is very, very delicate. Yeah, very, very soft by nature. Mm.
Right.
So the level of control that Lord Ram, yeah, even for Ram himself, he was going through uh, very difficult time in the time of separation. For him also, it was very tough to handle. So when for him itself, it was very tough. Mm. For Sita Devi, yeah, it's even more tough.
Right, Prabhuji. I totally understand. Even we say, we have to approach the Lord through Mata.
Yeah.
So Sita Devi has a very, kind heart, as you mentioned. Very nice point, Prabhuji. So we cannot compare.
And actually, one stage, Mother Sita even says, huh? After hearing and after Hanuman successful mission of stopping Sita, doing what she was preparing herself, and after narrating all the stories, showing the ring, she herself says that I'm so much pleased. I'm very much pleased by what you have done. That may Lord be with you always. This is the blessing she gives, which is a great relief to Hanuman. Now he says, okay, I don't have to run behind him. If you see in this Gadyatrayam also we were discussing, where uh, we approach through the mother, divine mother, to seek the blessing. So as Hanuman shows the perfection of life is by serving. Then the mother is pleased, and when mother is pleased, she will give him the love of Godhead. So that's what she gives.
Correct,
Hmm?
Prabhuji. Correct. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Any other points, questions? Yeah. Are you ready for tomorrow? From tomorrow, it's fire, fire, fire.
Yes,
Because
Prabhuji.
there is a timer set. Huh?
Hare
There is
Krishna
alarm.
Prabhuji.
There is alarm ringing. Hare Krishna. Then Mother.
Prabhuji, uh, we heard Mother Sita names like Sita, Janaki, but in North many people call as Sia. From where Mother Sita got that name? Could you please explain?
I don't know. Yeah, even I see. Okay, Sia is also referred. I was thinking maybe this what is it called? This tip of the plow is called Sia. I don't know. Yeah, there are North Indians here. They can say better. Anyone? Seeth means the tip of plow. In Hindi, what do we call? I don't know. No, I don't know any other Prabhu. What
Okay,
they call?
Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Okay. Yeah, maybe someone can check and by tomorrow let us know. Okay. Thank you very much then. Vanchakalparabhyascha kripa sindhubhya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.